Based on that applause, I feel like I may need to clarify one thing. I am Rob Schneider, the CPA, not the actor. Having said that, I did one thing the actor never did. I landed this gig without any help from Adam Sandler. My wife and I just celebrated our 17th anniversary earlier this year. Thank you. We do not have kids. We do have a dog and a cat. We adopted both of them from rescue shelters. They're both black because apparently we're trying to be the Brad and Angelina of the NAASPCA. You may not be familiar with them, but they're trying to fight for the advancement of colored pets. So I really love going to the movies with my wife. My wife has the best observations that you will not hear anywhere else at the movie theater. My favorite example, it's kind of an old movie, but it's The Lake House, where Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves, they send each other letters back and forth through the same mailbox at the same lake house, but different periods of time. Or as I like to refer to it, you've got mail meets Back to the Future minus the cool DeLorean. My wife is totally fine with this whole concept of letters just magically transporting themselves through time. However, she has a bigger issue with the movie. Early on in the movie, Sandra Bullock plants a tree. You fast forward about an hour into the movie, and I swear it felt like 7 hours because I thought I was aging in dog years, but there's a scene where Keanu Reeves is outside, the tree's in the background. It's 2 years later, so the tree's grown. And we're in the theater, we're sitting down in our seats. My wife leans over and she whispers, "This is complete BS. There is no way that tree could have grown that fast in 2 years." I said, "Really?" And then I've got these women sitting around us kind of glaring at me that were apparently enjoying the movie a whole lot more than me. And so once they stop glaring, I'm like, "Okay, sorry." I lean in and whisper, "Really? This is where you draw the line and you call BS, the growth rate of a tree." And as long as we're poking fun at that movie, I got a few other questions. Who writes letters anymore? Seriously, anybody here, when was the last time you had something important to say to someone, you thought, you know what, I'll write it down on a piece of paper, I'll rely on a government worker to deliver it, I'll just sit back and wait and see what happens. I think we've advanced far enough along that we can do we have better options. But if you are Keanu Reeves and you're like 2 years into the future and you're going to send a letter to Sandra Bullock, for God's sakes, put something useful in the letter. I don't know, maybe tell her, stay away from Jesse James. He's not that great of a guy. Maybe help her with her March Madness picks, because I can tell you one thing. If I had the ability to reach out and contact somebody 2 years in the future, I would have nailed that $1 billion March Madness challenge that Warren Buffett had going on earlier this year. And you would have heard me introduced right now as the recently retired CPA, Rob Schneider. But, thank you. But that did not happen, so I still have my day job, and you folks can all rest easy knowing that this is not my day job. I don't want anybody losing sleep wondering how I'm going to make ends meet based on these jokes. I'm actually a CPA with a local CPA firm, Stansel & Company. Wow, you can tell it's not tax season because they're not that excited about anything during tax season. But I've got a coworker that can never really tell when I'm being sarcastic, which sucks because I do it all the time. Earlier this year, he was having this conversation with me about his upcoming wedding. He said, you know, we just picked out the perfect song that we're going to dance to for the first time as man and wife. He said, it's a song by U2, and he's like, I can't remember the name. It's, and I chimed in with, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. And he thought I was totally serious. I really hope he did not go home that weekend and bounce that idea off his wife or his fiance, because that could have easily turned into Sunday Bloody Sunday. There would have only been one person living in the house because he would have ended up with the streets have no name. Probably the toughest thing I do at work is just sort of multitasking, because we're constantly juggling multiple projects, and I get easily distracted with junk mail. I recently got I don't know if anyone else gets the Groupon emails. I got one of those recently, and it said, "This Groupon has been personalized just for you." I'm really intrigued. I'm like, I wonder how they know me so well. Let me see what's in this Groupon. I open it up. There are amazing deals on laser fat removal. It gets better. Karate classes and pole dancing lessons. Who in the hell could this be personalized for? Is there somebody out there that's in the market for all three of these services, and they're just biding their time waiting on a great deal to come along? As far as why I got this Groupon, I mean, sure, I have some theories. I could lose a few pounds. I get it. But I'm several cheesesteaks away from surgery. I mean, it's just not that important. And yes, I may have checked in at a couple of adult spots. Believe me, it was not to learn how to pole dance. I mean, there is one thing that I know. I mean, there's very few things that I know, but one thing I know is that nobody wants to see this. Because I nearly blew out my back, and there's not even a $1 bill on the stage. Thanks for just proving me I was right. When I'm not distracted by personal emails or people talking about their upcoming wedding, I do like what I do. I feel like CPAs are fairly well respected. Not quite as revered. Wow, I didn't realize that was funny. Apparently we're not that as respected as I thought. Wow. Maybe I should rephrase that. I used to think we were respected, but even in my mind, it fell short of the military. I see bumper stickers all the time that are related to the military. Have you guys seen the bumper sticker that says retired veteran, or like, my son is a Marine? Those are cool. I have no problem with those. Those people have made great sacrifices for their country. They should be proud. However, recently I saw a bumper sticker that said, "My cousin is a CPA." I'm not real sure how proud we should be about that. It was the only bumper sticker I saw in the car, which concerned me, because I think that means that is the one thing in life they're most proud of. Frankly, I think they need to re-examine some decisions they've made in life. Another sign of military appreciation that I saw recently and kind of had mixed feelings about, I went to the grocery store close to my house. There is now reserved parking for military personnel as well as retired veterans. I kind of have mixed feelings on that. On the one hand, it is a great gesture. I don't know how you enforce that unless there's someone going around looking at bumper stickers on the back of cars. But aside from that, this grocery store also has reserved parking for expectant mothers, mothers with small kids, handicapped people, basically damn near everybody but me. I went to the grocery store recently. There were plenty of parking spaces. I just couldn't park. I ended up leaving the grocery store, couldn't go inside, so now I'm online. I find myself online looking for women. It's not what you think. I'm married. I'm happily married, but stay with me. I'm online. I'm looking for a handicapped, pregnant, military woman with a small kid. I just want her to go grocery shopping with me because I need milk and sugar. And not only can I park in any parking space that I want, for that special young lady, they will come out, meet us at our car with a motorized grocery cart with an enterprise tag on the side that says, "We'll pick you up." Surprisingly, it's not going well. I'm looking for that. I've got my Craigslist ad out there, and it keeps getting flagged. Apparently, if you're looking for a handicapped pregnant woman, that's kind of creepy. But I guess I may have to go to Plan B, which is taking advantage of that deal on the laser fat removal so I can just walk my ass to the grocery store.